Today's video is provided by chaoscards.com. For more great Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Magic the Gathering products, including the latest releases, check out chaoscards.com. The link will be in the description.
What's up everyone, this is MrKingLiam here, and today you join me for an opening of the brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Dragon decks. Now this came out a couple of days ago and it features 3 pre-built decks. It's it's kind of the usual legendary decks sort of thing, and this year's theme is dragons. So what do? You get 3 pre-built decks. You get the Legendary Dragons of Atlantis, which features some quite good Dark Magician reprints and of course the Legendary Dragon cards. You get a Cyber Dragon deck, and you also get a Dimensional Dragons deck, aka the 5, aka the Arc 5 Dragons. So let's get this open and let's take a look inside the box. So once again, here are all the pre-built decks. Just make sure there's nothing at the bottom. Just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to put that there. So here are 3 decks, and let's start with of course the Dark Magician deck. A lot easier to open this time than as done in the past. So first off, we have our brand new Dark Magician card. It is Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, and I have to say this is a very good fusion. Not only does it have really good artwork, but it's definitely a card. It's a pretty good Dark Magician card as well. So it's a Dark Magician and 1 Dragon monster, so that'll be Timaeus. So this card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard, just like Amulet Dragon. Your opponent cannot target spells/traps you control with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. So it's really handy if you want to protect your cards, if you want to protect like spells and traps. Then we have arguably the biggest reprint, and that's Apprentice Illusion Magician. Now this card was it's definitely a very expensive card, and quite hard to find as well. And it's definitely a good thing that this was printed in here. Not only is it great Dark Magician support, but it's also quite handy for magicians in general. Then, to my surprise, we have a Magician's Navigation and a Dark Magical Circle. These are only reprinted just over about 2 months ago, so yeah, it's quite surprising that they're already reprinted. So that definitely makes it very easy to get. Also Eternal Soul as well. So all the ultra rares are definitely very handy. So now let's go through the commons. We have obviously Dark Magician Girl. Then we have the fusions, which for some reason are in the middle, don't know why. So here are all the Legendary Dragons. Here's Hermos. Then we have the Critias ones. And then we have Dark Magician ones, Dark Paladin, Amulet Dragon, and Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. I think these 2 in particular were getting a little bit hard to get, so definitely a good thing that they're reprinted. So then we've just got a bunch. Oh, that's weird. Oh, it's backwards compared to normal. Okay. So then we have Dark Renewal, another good reprint. So then we have your staples, reinforcements to the army, Pot of Duality, Legend of Heart, the 3 Legendary Dragons, which is also weird to see Timaeus as a common. I have to admit that. Dark Magic Expanded and Dark Magic Inheritance. I can't remember, one of these two cards was actually getting a little bit pricey. Then we have our monsters. I don't know why it's backwards. It's not normally like that. Then we have our Legendary Knights, Skilled, Dark Magician. Then we have Magic Rods. Sorry, Magician's Rod. And here's Legend Robe. And there's some more Dark Magicians and another Magician's Rod. No joke there. not trying to be funny or anything. So yes, the Dark Magician deck is definitely a very good deck. And also, I've just noticed for some reason my light is flickering above my head. Doesn't seem to be affecting the camera though, so I think I'll continue. But just to be sure, I'll check the video before doing any more filming today. So yes, the Dark Magician deck. This is almost a ready to go deck. I think it's just missing one or two cards, and there you go. It's all ready to go. So Dark Magician deck, definitely worth it. Now we have the second deck, the Cyber Dragon deck. And first off, we have the new Cyber Dragon fusion, which is Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Now, I have to admit, before this was announced, I wasn't actually too keen on rebuilding Cyber Dragons, but this has definitely changed my mind. Why? Because this is arguably one of the best fusions that Konami has brought out this entire year. So basically what it does, it contains one Cyber Dragon monster and one other monster in the extra monster zone. So that could be quite easy to bring out. So its ability is cannot be used as fusion material. Must first be special summoned from the extra deck, of course, by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. So that means you can actually use your opponent's extra deck cards, which definitely makes it already good right there. Also, you don't use polymerization, so it's a quick fusion, so you can get an instant fusion. The original attack of this card becomes 1200 times the number of fusion materials used for the special summon. So basically that means if you have multiple Cyber Dragons and you use your opponent's extra deck monsters, this can become an OTK machine. There is no doubt about that. So that is, I'm actually tempted to say that is probably the best new card in this deck. So in this product, I have to say. Then we have reprints of Fusion Repair Plant, Cyber Network, Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon, and Cyber Dragon Infinity. It's definitely nice to get Cyber Repair Plant as an Ultra. I think it was either Super or Common. I definitely know that Cyber Network was Common. Then we have reprints of two good Cyber Dragon extra deck cards. So that's good right there. So now for the comments. So yet again, for some reason it seems to be backwards. So we have Cyber Dragon and Cyber Dragon's Way. Then we have two of Nova. Another Rampage Dragon. Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon. That is definitely a good reprint because no matter how many times they print this, it usually is hard to find. And pretty pricey as well. Then we have Cyber Twin Dragon, Chimera Tech Overlord Dragon, another Twin Dragon, and of course the Cyber Dragon. Actually, to be honest, it would have been nice to have that Cyber Dragon in Ultra, because I think the last time they printed this artwork Ultra was, I believe it was Legendary Collection 2, 6 years ago. Fun fact. I think that's right. Then we have the Mirror Force cards, Quaking, Drowning, Storming. Then we have Cyber Shadow Gardener, Cyber Network again. Limited Removal, Future Fusion with the Errata, Overload Fusion, 2 of those, Power Bonds, 2 of those, Evolution Burst, 3 of those, okay, that's surprising. Cybernetic Fusion Support, there's 2 more Repair Plant. Then we have Mapping the Fortress, Armored Cyber Dragon, Armored Cyberdon. Then we have some more of the Cyber cards, Phoenix, Valley, Proto. Core 3 is definitely nice that they included 3 of those. Then we have Dre, Zay, and Cyber Dragon. So overall, I'd say that is another very good deck, and if you're a Cyber Dragon player, that is definitely a very good one. Especially with the new Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. If I have one criticism about this deck, this is the only criticism I have. It would have been nice to maybe have a reprint of Transmodify, because that could have definitely really helped the Cyber Dragon mechanic. But apart from that, this is definitely a very good Cyber Dragon deck. And now we get to the final deck from this opening, which is the Dimensional Dragons. Now, I don't really play the Dimensional Dragons. The only one I probably do use is Dark Rebellion. It's Dark Rebellion Dragon. So let's see what we get from here. So here's the new Odd Eyes card, Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Now admittedly I won't be spending too long over this because I've never really been a Pendulum player, so I do apologise about that, but it's just me being probably preferring the old school. So that's actually why I quite like these new rules, like slowing the game down, that sort of thing. So we have Odd Eyes Arc Pendulum Dragon. Then we get alternate artworks for Odd Eyes Pendulum, Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Is that the... Oh yeah, that's the generic one. Okay, that's good. Might actually use that. Along with Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon. So those are your 5 Ultras. So basically you get one of each of the main dragons along with the new one. Then for the rest you get Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon again, Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes. Oh, you get Absolute Dragon as well. So basically you get a bunch of the reprints. Performer Power Fusions. I don't think I've actually seen that card before. You get Vortex Dragon, you get Starving Venom. Just go. Oh, 2 Terraforming, Pot of Riches, Pendulum Storm. Duelist Alliance, actually I will stop there because that is actually, I think that's his first common reprint. I think it was a Secret Rare before. I can't remember the set though. I think it was Raging Tempest. Sounds about right. So Odd Eyes Fusion, Sky Iris, Gravity Dragon, and then we have just a bunch of pendulums. You can actually probably make a Performer Power deck out of this. Odd Eyes Mirage Dragon, then you've got Phantom, Persona, and that one's actually a good reprint because I think that was a Shonen Jump promo, so I think that's a good one. And there is Odd Eyes Phantom Dragon. So yeah, it looks like you can make a pretty decent Performer Power deck with that. So there was an opening of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Dragon decks. Obviously the main reason I got it is for the Dark Magician support, but I also do like the Cyber Dragon deck because especially with Chimera Mega Fleet Dragon creates definitely a new way to play the Cyber Dragons in this modern era, especially with the new rules on extra decks summonings, so that could definitely come in handy, I'd say, and that could definitely make Cyber Dragons more powerful in the future. Regarding this one, I do like the alternate arts for Dark Rebellion Exceeds Dragon, along with what was the synchro? Oh, Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Yeah, I do like getting the alternate artworks of these, because especially Dark Rebellion, because those are 2 of my favourites, Exceeds and Synchros to use. But apart from that, I know this will what do you call it? I know that quite a few people will like this deck, but personally for me, just not really much of a pendulum player. And if anyone's wondering, I do plan to do deck profile updates on Dark Magician and Cyber Dragon. However, those might be a few weeks because at the moment I am sorting some stuff off the channel, which is kind of taking a lot of time. So at the moment I don't actually have too much time for deck building, so I do apologise about that. But hopefully I'll be able to get a deck profile out either by the end of the month or by the start of next month. So I'm hoping to do an update on these 2. So that was an opening of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Legendary Dragon decks. If you enjoyed this video, then please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel to know when my newest videos are coming out, and also be free to check out my previous videos as well. I hope you've enjoyed this opening, and for now, this is MrKingLiam signing out.